fancy.
I know.
5 minutes early.
You may
They're good. That's
Again, you're supposed to wrangle the good team.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's that all about? I guess we got short games in the prelims.
They got one line already.
Yeah, they got, I think Joyce has 11. Good morning, TC families. Welcome to the first game of the Motor City Girls Fest here in Detroit. We're in Troy, Michigan, right now at the Buffalo Wild Wings Arena for game. Team Colorado set to take on the LA Lions. Second game today will be against the Honey Baked team here locally out of Detroit. Team Colorado looking for a strong start and to continue the successes off the Mountain Mayhem tournament where they were victorious and went undefeated that whole entire tournament. Looking to continue that here in Michigan. Starting lineup, number 8, Lena Kelly at center. Number 19, B. Wiedenmeyer on the right side. Number 24, Finley Sherman on the left side. Backing them up on the blue line, number 45, Lexi Riedlinger. On left defense, number 13, Selena Pugh on the right side. And between the pipes, Sophia, the show-stopper Samora. Face-off won by Team Colorado right off the bat. Pugh backs it up to Riedlinger. Up to Sherman here on the near side. Sherman backs that up to Riedlinger inside the TC zone. Sent up toward Wiedenmeyer. Traffic there in front of the TC bench. Lions will take possession. They'll send it down deep into the Team Colorado zone. From the near side corner, Riedlinger sends it to Pugh. Pugh trying to chip that up the far side board. Runs into forecheck pressure from the Lions. Now tied up in the far side corner. No movement. Referee blows it dead, and we'll have a face-off deep inside the TC zone. Face-off will be to the right of Samora. Walsh, Mainwaring, and Chotvik's chase now for Team Colorado.
Good job, Harley! Let's go, Lions!
Face-off won there by the Lions. I'll keep it inside the TC zone. Huang picks up the loose puck. Tries to move it up the far side board. Pushed back into the TC zone by the Lions. Egan backs it up to Huang, right up to Mainwaring. Now chip pass to Walsh. Gets some help from Egan. Looking into the Lions zone. Stop short at the blue line. Offside the call. I do. I have vivid memories. Face-off just outside the Lions zone. Walsh with the draw. Tied up off the dot. Picked up by Mainwaring. Working your way into the Lions zone here on the near side. Backs it up to Huang. Huang trying to get it deep. Blocked there by the Lions. They'll push it back out to center. Egan tries to kick that back into the Lions zone. Hops over the stick of Chotvik's chase, but picked up by Huang. Alina Huang on the move into the Lions zone on the near side. Stops short just inside the blue line. And the Lions get that chip back out to center. Egan will scoop up the loose puck. She'll take it back behind Samora. Drops it back for Huang. Belina Huang now moving it up the near side board. Short pass to Chotvik's chase, broken up there by the Lions and pushed back into the TC zone. Backing it up to Egan. Pass up to Brennick. Brennick looking for Maciello out at center, runs into traffic. Brennick scoops up the loose puck now, moving into the Lions zone, drops it for Maciello. Maciello making her way towards the front of the net. Couldn't quite get a shot off. Kicked aside there by traffic out in front of the Lions goaltender. Now scooped up by Brennick once more. Tries to send it towards the middle. Had Sang-Chong Pupin out front, but couldn't quite connect. Davisa will send it back down into the Lions zone. Maciello in pursuit on the forecheck. Picked up by the Lions. Sang-Chong Pupin couldn't quite get a handle on that. Now taken by Wiedenmeyer. Drops it back for Visa. Gotta leave Visa inside the TC zone. She'll move out through center. Pushes it up the far side board to Sherman. She'll chip it down deep into the Lions zone. Wiedenmeyer now on the forecheck, looking for that loose puck, tied up by the Lions. Trying to move it up the far side board. taken there by Visa. Down out of the corner, centering pass, deflected there by the Lions puck stopper. Sherman collects it back over on the far side board, sends it across for Rieken. Couldn't quite handle that pass. She'll chip it down low into the Lions zone. Now backed up to the point for Visa. Sends it back down low for Sherman behind the net. Sherman working with Kelly. Now gets it over to Wiedenmeyer. Wiedenmeyer stops short in the corner, tries to get around Lions defenders. They'll break it up and dump it down back into the TC zone. It'll roll right in on Samora, negating the icing. Lisa picks it up for Team Colorado. Backs it up back behind the net. She'll send it over to Rieken. Touch pass there to Kelly. Trying to chip that up to Wiedenmeyer, but gets it out to center. Line change here for Team Colorado. Lions have some room to connect passes out to the middle. Visa sends it around to the far side for Mainwaring. Stop short now. Visa scoops up the loose puck on the move. Finds Chopper Chase out of center. Broken up just at the last minute, but Walsh grabs that loose puck. Tries to send it across the Mainwaring. Right under the stick of the Lions player. Lions get that wrestle back possession. Jockful Chase now breaks up the advance there from the Lions. Has it in the far side corner. Has some room. Steps out. Fires a shot. Save made. Loose puck out front. Kept out of trouble. Lions now will get it cleared just out over the blue line. Riedlinger, good patience there, dumps it back down into the Lions zone. Mainwaring in on the forecheck, looking for the puck. Kept in by Pugh at the blue line. Lions will get back possession. They'll dump it down into the TC zone. This time, enough legs for an icing call. With 10:32 left to go here in the first period.
That was a very uncontested walkout from the by Maya there.
Yeah.
No one on the defense of that.
I was thinking centering pass, but they gave her the lane. It's like, why not? We'll take it. Face off down in the Lions zone to the right of their puck stopper. Masiello with the draw for Team Colorado, wins that back to Pugh. Pugh at the blue line, keeps it alive. Masiello now on the sideboard. Tries to move over to Brennick. Brennick chips it over to Riedlinger on the side. Stopped and cleared out to center by the Lions. Set back up looking for Brennick, couldn't quite connect. Lions get that dumped out, back down into the TC zone. Pugh gathers it up in here in the far, near side corner, sends it around to Riedlinger. Looking for Masiello, deflected there, but taken by Choi. She chips it down into the Lions zone, a little too far. Icing now against Team Colorado.
They just got to relax a little bit here. Like they're not. There's no pressure at all, right? And
You just seem too rigid.
Yeah.
Face
All
off deep.
unforced errors.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Face off inside the TC zone, taken by the ladies in blue. Back behind the net for Huang. Gets some pressure from the Lions. Chips it up to Sherman. From the near side, Sherman looking for Wiedenmeyer out at center. Deflected back into the Lions zone. Wiedenmeyer tries to send that back up for Egan. Egan's got to be careful here out here at center ice. Now Huang picks off that pass from the Lions. Huang back into the Lions zone. Over in the far side corner. Belina Huang has it trapped up. Choi also in digging for that. I'm sorry, that's Kelly in the corner digging for the puck. Shot deflected from Egan out at the point over here to the near side board. Wiedenmeyer tried to advance towards the front. Kelly will scoop it up back behind the Lions net. Now battling the far side corner. Kelly moves it to Wiedenmeyer looking for Sherman on the far side. Couldn't quite connect. Now Sherman backs it up to Huang. Huang shot from the point. Scores! Traffic out front. I'm not quite sure if it was deflected, but the shot from Huang finds a hole. And that's TC's first here in his first game of the Motor City Girls Fest against the Lions. Team Colorado with the game's first goal at 8:52 left here in the first period. Is it choppy? Visa trying to move that up to Chopper Chase off the faceoff. Chopper Chase beats it out. Fires a quick one in on net. Save made by the Lions goaltender. Now Chopper Chase out of the near side corner. Scoops past the main line. Fires a quick one just wide. Looking for that near side post. Walsh now chips it down to Chopfix Chase, deflected towards the net, and it'll be held by the Lions goaltender for a whistle. Faceoff will be to the left of the Lions puck stopper. Walsh settling in for the draw. Chopfix Chase and Mainwaring on the wings. Rican and Visa on the point. Kick back down low for Chopfix Chase. She'll drop it for Visa. On the right side point, Visa looking for the shooting lane. Floats down into the corner. All alone in the corner. Visa has plenty of time. Looking for that cross-ice pass. Couldn't quite connect with Walsh. Walsh now back behind the net. She'll send it over to Mainwaring in the far side corner. She'll back it up to Walsh behind the net. Walsh and Mainwaring trading passes in the corner. Mainwaring comes up with the loose puck from behind the net. Mainwaring backs it up to Walsh. Walsh up top for Visa. She'll send it back down low. Deflected there by the Lions into the corner. Now Lions will take possession. They'll clear the length of the ice, and another icing call with 7:44 left to go here in the first period.
They don't even have a full forward line.
No.
They've got this men's league brought.
It's going to be a very targeted
Oh no,
weekend
they've
for them.
got two lines and
Ouch. Face off and back in the Lions zone. Sang-Chong Pupin picks up the loose puck. Moves it to Brennick. Stopped short there by Riedlinger on the sideboard. Sang-Chong Pupin looking for that loose puck now back to Pugh. Pugh fires one. It's traffic out front, deflected up into the netting for a stoppage in play. Masiello peels in for the draw to the right of the Lions puck stopper. Sends out to the near side board. Lions pick up possession. Kept in by Pugh here at the near side point. Masiello. Bit of trouble from the Lions advance. Now they'll send it out to center. Masiello backing it up to Pugh. Pugh back inside the TC zone. Long pass just off the mark for Sang-Chong Pupin. And an icing call will send this back down into the TC zone. Kelly, Sherman, and Wiedemeyer now out for Team Colorado. Riedlinger and Pugh still on the blue line. Face off to the right of Samora. Lions win that face off over to the sideboard, but quickly picked up there by Wiedemeyer. Has Sherman. Wiedemeyer 2-on-1 for Team Colorado. Wiedemeyer holds on to his fires and scores! B. Wiedemeyer from the right side beats the Lions goaltender and pots Team Colorado's second here in the first period. Face-off back out at center, that second mark. The goal was 6:59 left to go in the first period. Kelly with the draw once more. Kick back to Huang. Huang tries to send that into the Lions zone, stops short at the blue line. Up high, Sherman trying to bat that down right onto the player. Lions player stick, shot from afar, and a save made by Samora, and held for the whistle. Face off to the left of Samora, back in the TC zone. Kelly once more with the draw, tied up off the dot. Huang sends it around for Egan. Short pass up to Wiedemeyer on the sideboard. Wiedemeyer going across looking for Sherman, broken up there by the Lions. Back into the Lions zone, they'll clear it up to center. Huang tries to push that back into the Lions zone, offside the call. Face-off will be just outside the Lions zone. Walsh, Chopfix Chase, and Mainwaring, Team Colorado. Chopfix Chase takes the face-off win from Walsh, trying to push that into the Lions zone. They'll back it up out to center. Egan, pass just a little off the mark. Egan's got to back it up all the way to the TC zone. Turns and connects with Mainwaring, shipped up to Walsh. Now out to center. Chopfix Chase in pursuit. Set back out to center. Now Chopfix Chase picks it up, drops it for Mainwaring, trying to make her way into the Lions zone. Broken up just inside the blue line. Walsh now with it back out at center. TC on the regroup. Pass just behind Mainwaring, floats into the Lions zone. Kept alive. Nope, offside the call. 5:56 left to go in the first period. TC on top by a score of 2-0 here in the first game at the Motor City Girls Fest. Walsh with the faceoff. Kick back to Egan, across to Huang. Huang with some room, she'll dump it down into the Lions zone. Back behind the net, Mainwaring meets it over on the far side corner. She'll send it back for Walsh. I'm sorry, that's Traffic Chase behind. Quick pass out to Mainwaring. Loose puck, scores! Corinne Mainwaring with the quick feed on the give and go from Traffic Chase. And that's TC's third goal here in the first period. Game one here at the Motor City Girls Fest. Lions have quite the uphill battle with only 11 players total on the bench. Face-off almost pushed into the Lions zone. Now back up into the TC and Reek, short pass up to Choi. Fed to Masiello, back into the Lions zone. Picked up by Brennick. Piper Brennick feeds it out to Masiello. A quick shot save made by the Lions goaltender. Now Masiello with it in the far side corner. Leaves it for Brennick. Up top for Visa. Visa short pass back to Brennick. Floats down into the corner. Lions trying to push that back up the strong side. They'll get it moved out. Back out to center ice. Visa quickly turns out right back into the Lions zone. Through the slot. Fires one high over the net. Lions from behind their own net send it up the near side board. Rieken couldn't quite keep a handle on that. She'll have to back it up out to center. Drops it for Visa. Visa back inside the TC zone. Short pass up to Masiello. Lila Masiello moving through center, back into the Lions zone. Pass over to Troy here on the left side. Troy will send it towards the front. Picked up by Brennick. Brennick now up top for Rieken. Rieken from afar fires one on net, and
Reagan gets her first goal.
Reagan Rieken gets one.
I think that is her first goal of the last 2 seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
First goal of the last 2 seasons. Reagan Rieken pots Team Colorado's 4th goal here this morning. And finds herself in the goal column here in Detroit. Kelly, Sherman, and Wiedemeyer now out for Team Colorado. Face-off won by the Lions. They'll dump it down into the TC zone. Hugh battling for it here in the near side corner. Get some help from Kelly. Still now loose puck sent by back up toward the Lions point. Picked off by Sherman. She's on the move through center. Finley Sherman trying to make her way inside the Lions zone. They'll break it up just inside the blue line. Q trying to push that back towards the Lions end. Now intercepted by Wiedemeyer towards the TC end. Wiedemeyer will back it up to Q. Q now long pass up to Sherman. Sherman's going to chip that down into the Lions zone and go for the change. Kelly, the lone forechecker for Team Colorado. Now get some support from Wiedemeyer. Riedlinger's going to meet it over here on the far side board. Kicked out to center by the Lions. Picked up by Pugh. Just inside the TC zone pass. Connected with Chotvic Chase here on the near side. Chotvic Chase take it down a bit as she entered the Lions zone. Back on her feet from the near side corner. Chotvic Chase working it on the sideboard. Lisa for Huang. Now fired in on net. The save made by the Lions goaltender. Kick back down into the deeper into the Lions zone. Now Egan from the right side point fires a shot, makes its way through. Save made by the Lions goaltender. Now kick towards Chotvic Chase. Couldn't quite keep a handle on that. Still alive inside the Lions zone. Far side board. Heavy crash there in the corner. Egan from the right side fires one towards the net, and a save made by the Lions goaltender. Now picked up back behind the net. Chotvic Chase tries to break up that advance. Lions still with possession. They'll chip it off the boards out to center. Stop short. Back inside the Lions zone. They'll throw it back up the strong side. This time picked up by Huang. Chotvic Chase gets the onside. Huang trying to advance towards the Lions net. She'll pick it back up in the far side corner. Kicks it back down for Chotvic Chase. Brennick now looking for that loose puck, picks it up back behind the Lions net. Has some time, sends one towards the front, stopped there by the Lions goaltender and held for the whistle.
In a closer game, that play on my end might
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Don't kick them while they're down.
It's like,
Especially wide out in the open like that too. Faceoff will be down here in the Lions zone to the right of their netminder. Masiello, Sangchong Pupin, and Brennick up front. Rican and Visa on the back end. TC with control inside the Lions zone. Sangchong Pupin trying to feed that to Brennick. Brennick has her stick knocked out of her hands. And here on the near side, taken by Masiello. Looking for the pass to Sangchong Pupin. Fires one, save made by the Lions goaltender. Still loose out front. Lions will clear out to center, floating down into the TC zone. Not enough steam, well, just barely enough steam for an icing call. I thought they were going to wave that one off, but we'll send this faceoff back down into the Lions zone as we wind down the first period. 1:37 left to go on the clock here in the first frame. Faceoff to the left of the Lions goaltender. Masiello with the draw, wins it back to Brennick. Brennick's pass just off the mark. Rican's got to chase that down inside the TC zone. She'll take it back behind some more, drops it for Visa here in the near side corner. Visa's pass deflected, looking for Brennick over on that far side board. Tied up, Masiello will pick up the loose puck. Heads out towards the front. Sangchong Pupin had a bit of a stumble there. Now Lions turn that back towards, get a shot fired in on Samora, making it save now. Rose Sangchong Pupin looking for Brennick, chipped up to Masiello. 2-on-1 developing here for Team Colorado. Masiello and Sangchong Pupin fires a shot, scores! Rose Sangchong Pupin with Team Colorado's fifth with just under a minute left to go in the first period. Off the 2-on-1 with Masiello and Sangchong Pupin. TC now with a 5-0 lead here in the first period over the LA Lions. Kelly, Sherman, and Wiedmeyer now for Team Colorado. Face-off won by TC. Riedlinger across the pew. Up to Wiedmeyer, chipped toward Kelly. Couldn't quite keep a handle on that one. Now inside the Lions zone here on the near side board. Kelly digging away for it, sends it down deep for Wiedmeyer. Wiedmeyer back behind the Lions, and it has the puck stripped. And the Lions getting cleared out to center ice. Pugh breaks it up just outside the Team Colorado blue line. Lions pushing that back down deeper into the TC zone. Riedlinger backs it up to the far side for Wiedmeyer. Picked out there by the Lions from the sideboard. Centering pass, nobody there for the Lions. And Sherman will get that chip past the Lions defender. Sherman in a foot race for it in the Lions zone. Couldn't quite get a stick on that, but now disrupts it over the corner. Good hustle there by Sherman, and a delayed penalty call here against Team Colorado, I believe. Actually, it'll be the Lions. And Team Colorado looks to start the second period on the power play after a dominating 5-0 first period performance. Where we don't want to get sloppy and get bad habits.
Yeah, you don't want everyone to start just looking for points, right?
Me, yeah. Well, it'll give the power play their first opportunity to get something going. Get a good basis anyway.
Yeah, get some team goals here and work it around. So,
Yeah.
So I think, like we were saying, like at the very beginning, right? Like it was just a bit, sloppy and pressured and like unforced giveaways and stuff like that. So just work on the tape-to-tape stuff and keep moving it around.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him start stretching a little, stretch passes up or something.
Yes. Yeah. Getting that tape-to-tape field down. I mean, let's just get that established for the rest of the weekend. Because you can tell they were trying some of that, but it wasn't working. They were just forcing it. And then we backed up to maybe some shorter passes, and that was working out. So keep it simple.
Yeah, possession.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're 15 minutes.
They made that change like
did?
very last
Right,
second
okay.
before the puck dropped, so I noticed that. I don't know, maybe they're wishing it was 12.
Yeah, they feel, well, I guess we run time left there.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be run time.
Super tough to play at this level with that short a bench.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a remarkably different team this year than it was last year at the 14s level. Against the Lions. I couldn't tell if it was against us or not. They both came together in the corner. I could have gone out of sight. We're ready for the start of the second period. Team Colorado will start this period on the power play. Kelly, Chotfix, Chase, and Walsh up front with Visa and Pugh on the blue line. Advancing into the Lions zone, Pugh with it over on the far side. Up top for Visa. Visa gets stick checked there right at the blue line, has to back it up out to center. Across to Chotfix Chase here on the near side, back into the Lions zone. Chotfix Chase working it on the near side, back up top for Visa. Across to Pugh. Pugh from the left side, looks for Chotfix Chase, makes the connection, couldn't quite get a shot. At Chotfix Chase now, tries to send one towards the front, deflected off into the corner. Now Kelly, back for Chotfix Chase, up top for Visa. Emily Visa, trades places with Chotfix Chase, back to Visa. Get some pressure from the Lions, penalty killer. Visa with it here in the near side corner. Good patience from Visa. Back up top for Chotfix Chase. Fires one in on net, deflected by Kelly. Wide. Now Pugh with it on the far side. Backs it down to Kelly. Couldn't quite keep a handle on that one. Lions trying to clear. Kept in by Visa. Back to Chotfix Chase on the near side. Trying to push her way towards the front. Taken there by the Lions. Pushed out the center ice Lions player without a stick in that clearing attempt. Now here just outside the Lions blue line, Visa will advance it into the Lions zone. Makes her way over to the far side board. Trades places with Pugh. Lions back to full strength. Pugh with the shot, scores! Selena Pugh, just after the penalty expired, it'll be a full strength goal, but Selena Pugh with a nice shot from the left side through traffic. Gets
They
TC's
seem on
number
that power
6.
play to be waiting until the last minute, like player on top of them before moving the puck, which is not ideal. So.
Yeah. Masiello with the faceoff out at center after the TC goal, pushed into the Lions zone. Brennick in pursuit, Lions clear. Down the length of the ice on icing call. We'll bring this faceoff back down into the Lions zone. Faceoff will be to the left of the Lions goaltender. Masiello with the draw. Brennick and Choi on the wings. Egan back to Brennick, back to Egan. Back to Brennick once more. Centering pass picked off there by the Lions. They'll send it back up the near side board. Egan stops it short on the sideboard, gets some help from Masiello. Trying to push that towards the middle. Now Choi with it in the slot, fires a shot, deflected by a stick of the Lions player now. Masiello backs it up to Huang on the left side. Chip back down into the Lions zone. Brennick with it out of the corner. Throws a shot in on that. Save made by the Lions goaltender and held for the whistle. Face off to the right of the Lions goaltender. Sherman, Wiedenmeyer, and Kelly for Team Colorado with Rieken and Visa on the blue line. Kelly with the face-off. Ties it up on the dot, looking to sweep that back to the point. Couldn't quite get a stick on that. Sherman works it down below the Lions goal line. Picked up by Wiedenmeyer. She'll send it to Sherman. Sherman from the corner. Back down low to Kelly. Lions goaltender without a stick right now. The Lions take possession. They'll get back out to center ice. Trying to push through Rieken. She'll stop it in front of the timekeeper spot. Pass picked off there by the Lions. Back into the TC zone. Rieken's got to back it up behind some more. Drops it for Visa back behind the net. Visa now We'll go back behind the net once more, this time to Rican on the near side board. Pass blocked there by the Lions. Visa now with it once more inside the TC zone. Gets through a couple of Lions players, advances it up to Kelly. Kelly now pass over to Wiedemeyer, just off the mark. Wiedemeyer couldn't get a shot. Wiedemeyer now with it back behind the Lions net. Out of the corner. Wiedemeyer fed across for Sherman. Sherman drops it for Rican. Rican backs it up to Sherman. Sherman from the right point. Fires one in on net, deflected. Loose puck out front. Clear by the Lions. Rican keeps it alive inside the Lions zone here at the near side blue line. Wiedemeyer kicks it down low for Sherman. And the Lions clear, relieving the pressure. Icing call with 11:16 left to go here in the second period. TC on top by a commanding score of 6-0 here in the second period of game one, the Motor City Girls Fest. Face-off will be to the right of the Lions netminder. Walsh, Mainwaring, Choppick Chase, Pugh, and Riedlinger for Team Colorado. Lions push that face-off out to center ice. Broken up, now picked up by Mainwaring, taken down on the play. No call on that one. Clearing attempt kept alive by Riedlinger inside the Lions zone. Now kicked out to center ice into the TC zone. Smore's going to come out and smother this one and hold on for the whistle, as it was a foot race for that loose puck. I think that was another gift right there too. Faceoff will be inside the TC zone to the right of Samora. Walsh with the faceoff. Mainwaring looking to pick up the loose puck, couldn't quite get a stick on it. Pugh will send it around the far side board for Choppick's Chase. Pass chipped out to the middle, couldn't quite get picked up by Walsh or Mainwaring, but back into the Lions zone on the miss puck. This time it's the Lions goaltender coming out to cover that one and stop the TC advance. Faceoff stays inside the Lions zone to the right of their goaltender.
I don't see much for whistle for the rest of the game unless that happens.
No, exactly. Masiello, Sang-Chung Pupin, and Brennick for Team Colorado. Face-off one back to Riedlinger, across to Pugh. Now to Masiello out front. Throws one towards the net. Battle for it. Sang-Chung Pupin looking for it. Loose puck finally gobbled up by the Lions goaltender and held for the whistle. We'll have another face-off inside the Lions zone to the right of their puck stopper. Masiello back to the dot for the face-off. This time won by Team Colorado. Huang couldn't quite get that kick down deeper. Good, did not give up on the play. Still alive inside the Lions zone. Now she'll send it down low for Brennick in the corner. Brennick and Masiello digging away for it against two Lions players. Puck squirts free. Lions trying to move that, but Sang-Chung Pupin stops that advance short now. Rose Sang-Chung Pupin with it back behind the Lions net. Short pass to Egan. Leaves it for Masiello. From the near side board, Masiello fires one high over the net from the sharp angle. Wrong, back down low for Masiello once more. Shot and a save made by the Lions goaltender. Now Sang-Chung Pupin. I'm sorry, that's Brennick. From the high slot, fires one, deflected wide. Masiello and Brennick looking for it here in the near side corner. Egan will trap it up on the near side board. Leaves it for Brennick. Up top for Huang. Shot from afar. Loose puck. Cleared by the Lions. Now picked up once more by Egan. Another shot fired in on a net save made by the Lions goaltender once more. Egan trying to trap that up on the near side board. Kicked out to center and back into the TC zone. Lions relieving the pressure. Looking for a line change. Huang now back behind the TC net. Up to Sang-Chung Pupin. Stop short at center. Scooped up by Masiello. Kicked back into the Lions zone. Now the Lions advancing through center. They'll gain the red line, dump it down deep into the TCN. Huang looking for it here in the far side corner. Kicks it up to Choi. Couldn't quite keep a stick on it. Lions have to back it up out to center on the regroup. And now Egan takes advantage of the loose puck back into the Lions zone. Couldn't quite keep a handle on that. Lions break it up. They'll get it dumped back out to center. Long now chipping it back for Wiedemeyer here on the near side board, just inside the line zone. Huang gets back, loose puck out from the slot, fires one, save made by the Lions goaltender. Another rebound opportunity, save again by the Lions goaltender. The Lions now trying to get it cleared back out to center, kept alive by Wiedemeyer. Over on the far side, Kelly digging for it. Action picking up here in the second period. After some extended defensive zone time for Team Colorado, Lions showing some signs of life. They'll get it cleared out to center. Wiedemeyer sidesteps one Lions player, working their way back into the Lions zone. Lions will take back possession and send it over to the far side board. They'll clear it out to center, collected by Visa. In front of the Lions bench across the Rican. Quick transition back into the Lions zone. Wiedemeyer looking for the shot. Blocked there by the Lions defender. Now centering pass finds Walsh. Walsh with it from the near side. Drops it for Rican. Back to Walsh. Walsh is going to send one towards the net. Loose puck. Sherman looking for that rebound attempt. Stopped short there by the Lions goaltender and held for the whistle. That was a nice little,
nice little drop pass and give and go.
Quick shot in on that. 7:14 left to go in the second period. TC on top by a score of 6-0. Walsh, Chotvics, Chase, and Sherman for Team Colorado. Tied up off the dot, kick back to Visa. Visa with it, sends it down deep for Sherman. Finley Sherman back behind the Lions net. Feeds it up top for Rican. Rican's going to drop it for Visa. From the far side, Emily Visa. Little mishandled stick there. Chotvics Chase scoops it up in the far side corner now. Centering pass looking for the stick with Walsh. Couldn't quite connect. Lions able to break that up. Can't quite get it out to center though. TC still pressuring inside the Lions zone. Now finally the Lions will get it cleared back into the TC end. Rican scoops it up for Team Colorado. Back behind Samora. Rican with some pressure. Hands it off to Walsh. Haley Walsh now back inside the Lions zone. Drops it for Chotvics Chase. Now here in the near side corner, Chotvics Chase battling for it. Lions will pick it up. Kept alive by Rican at the point. Now Walsh battling for it here on the near side board against three Lions players. Kick back out to center ice. Visa will back it up on the regroup. Looking for Mainwaring. Pass off the mark and on the wrong side of the red line. Icing is the call.
She had the space rather than get a direct pass. It's indirect off the board.
It's funny how sometimes they read that and other times it would be perfect, but it just it doesn't click. Face off back down in the Team Colorado zone to the right of Samora. Masiello, Brennick, Mainwaring, Riedlinger, and Pugh. Face off won by the Lions. Here on the near side board, cutting towards the middle. Shot sent from the left side. A glove save made by Samora and held for the whistle. Masiello back to the face-off dot. This time wins it to Pugh back in the near side corner. Pugh will send it around the boards. Finds Mainwaring tied up right in front of the Lions bench. Get some help from Riedlinger, trying to kick that back up to center. Tied up over on the far side board. Riedlinger trying to kick that back to Masiello. Now out of the corner. Masiello trying to move back behind the net. Pugh steps in. Lets it go up to Brennick. Brennick now trying to move that to Masiello. Stopped short there by the Lions. They'll kick it back out deep into the TC zone. Riedlinger stopped short in the far side corner. She'll have to back it up to Pugh. Connects with Masiello. Masiello now into the Lions zone. Now fed over to Mainwaring on the far side. Stop short on the sideboard. Mainwaring from the corner. Looking for Brennick. Couldn't quite keep a handle on that one. Out front, now the Lions. Blocked there by Mainwaring back behind the net. Mainwaring from the near side corner. Drops it for Masiello. Masiello now back out front. Looks for the shot. Save made by the Lions goaltender and kicked back out to center on the clear. Pugh now back inside the TC zone. Chips a high one out to center. Knocked down by Brennick. Back into the Lions zone. Stick check there. Lions will pick up possession in their corner. They'll send it up high off the glass. Bounces over the stick of Egan. Back down into the TC end. Egan. Back behind Samora. Now we'll have to reverse course over to the far side. Pass connected to Choi. Bella Choi tries to kick that out to center and push back in offside. 4 minutes even on the clock left to go here in the second period. TC still with it.
Our vantage point is like right at that intersection line of the netting and the,
I
the
know.
top of the
It's
glass,
like,
right?
Face off one by Team Colorado. Sanchong Pupin pushing into the Lions zone here on the near side. Out of the corner, takes it back behind the net. Now floats out, turns and fires one. Save made by the Lions goaltender and held for the whistle. That's why I like that one next door. A lot more stands and high and no netting. Face off to the right of the Lions goaltender. Kelly wins it back for Huang. Across to Egan. Back to Kelly. Fires one, deflected just wide. Lots of traffic out front. Choi back up top for Egan. Egan sends one towards the net, hits the outside of the goal. Now Kelly with it back behind the Lions. Trying to wrestle it off the netting. Clearing attempt kept alive inside the zone by Huang. Sent towards the net, loose puck out front. Digging for Troy, comes away with it. From the far side corner, Troy with possession. We'll back it up behind the net for Kelly. Lena Kelly now centering pass. Nobody there for TC. Lions clear out the center. Pushing back towards the TC zone. Huang now from the far side, sends the pass across. Nobody there for Team Colorado, picked up by the Lions. Trying to get back into the TC zone line, stopped short at the blue line, now picked up by Egan. Egan back into the Lions zone here on the far side, sends one towards the net, stick aside there by the Lions goaltender. Sherman now with it, gets some help from Walsh. Back up top for Huang. Long shot blocked there by Lions traffic. They'll back it up behind their own net. A couple of passes connected for the Lions. They'll get out to center. Icing will be the call on the wrong side of the red line on that dumping. 2:16 left to go in the second period. Face off will be in the Lions zone to the left of their puck stopper. Walsh, Sherman, and Wiedenmeyer with Rieken and Visa. Walsh to the dot for the faceoff. Tied up, picked up by Visa. From the right side point, Visa pushing towards the net. Comes out toward the slot. Across to Sherman. Sherman out from the right side, across to Rieken. Center pass blocked there by the Lions, but picked up by Wiedenmeyer. Finds Walsh on the nice little good play, and a good save made there by the Lions goaltender. Visa now from the near side board. Comes away, feeds it to Rieken. Rieken now sends one towards the middle. A save made by the Lions goaltender. Wiedenmeyer now with it back behind the net. Tries the centering pass, but picked off there by the Lions. Rieken keeps it alive inside the Lions zone. Sherman now meets it over in the far side corner, tied up, battling two Lions players. Sherman feeds one back to Rieken behind the net. Rieken centering pass, just hit a skate. Visa trying to keep that alive inside the Lions zone. She'll have to back it up out to center. Fed across to Rieken. She'll push back into the Lions end. Drop pass there for Wiedenmeyer. Wiedenmeyer from the side, looking for the shot, but couldn't get it off. Now, Lions take it with less than a minute to go here in the second period. Advancing through center. Into the TC zone and a heavy collision there. Rieken puts the body on the Lions player. And that'll definitely send Rieken to the box. Yeah, she lost her footing the night before that happened, trying to make that cut around her.
It looked a lot worse. And I think it was egregious towards Craig. So.
We can't afford to lose anybody. Lions player back up on her feet, making her way toward the bench. Regan jumps into the sin bin. We'll get the call. I notice we're back to the 90-second penalties too. Well, that first one was 90 seconds. Sure seemed like it.
Our power play had to be because there's only one power play line and it expired. Right?
Yeah.
Scored, right? There's no
Yeah.
That's
It's 90. Well, I sure hope it's not a minute. Well, maybe for our sake. So Rican comes away with a minor penalty on that exchange here on the sideboard, putting the Lions on their first power play of the game. Waiting for the time clock to get sorted out. There we go. Face off to the right of Smore inside the TC zone. Wiedemeyer with the draw. Trying to push it out to center. Could like keep a footing on that. Now battling for it here on the near side board. Sent across. Riedlinger picks it up in the far side corner for TC. Thrown back behind the net. Lions trying to maintain possession here in the TC zone on their power play. Out of the near side corner. Centering pass, and they score.
Good job, Phoenix! Good assist!
All in all. Lions with the power play goal. Gets him on the board here late in the second period on. As we wind down the second period, there's 20 seconds left to go now. Lions with possession off the face-off from the goal, offside the call. Looked like a quick backdoor feed from the replay. Face-off just outside the TC zone, Mazzello. Lions with possession, dumping it into the TC zone. Sent across, picked up by Egan. Back behind the net, feeds it to Huang. Huang will hold on to it, sends it to Mainwaring, and that'll do it for the second period. Are we scraping or not?
they're just going to go.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering.
So now it's 12 minutes.
I don't know what they're doing with the clock. Yeah, they're heading off.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to let it go, and like at the end of the, regardless whether it's a power play, but at the end of a period like that.
Anything left less than a minute in
Yeah.
any period, it's always a momentum changer for sure. We're going to have an ice make. We'll pause here and be back for third period action. Costco order showing up.
26 people watching.
Yeah, not bad. It's hard to find here. It's
I did not want to stay there. I knew it wasn't going to be good.
it's better than the one that we were in 2 years ago. That one was shit. Yeah, but I'm not saying this is great.
Oh, I didn't stay at that one.
Yeah, was that one a water leak into the lobby and then somebody pulled the fire alarm or something happened to the fire alarm? It was just a disaster.
I knew Lyra would want us there. My dad and stuff.
Tell her you're welcome.
Yes.
All right, we're back with third period action. TC with the face-off win right off the bat. Kelly, Wiedemeyer, and Sherman up front. Huang and Egan on the back end. TC with possession down deep in the Lions zone. Throwing up the near far side board, kept alive by Egan. Now down deep in the Lions zone. Egan with possession. Fires a shot from the sharp angle. Save made by the Lions goaltender. Now Lions with possession back behind their own net. Trying to move it out to center, picked off there by Sherman. Short pass to Wiedemeyer. From the angles, Wiedemeyer's shot off the mark. Huang keeps it alive inside the Lions zone. Back down low. Huang next pass with Wiedemeyer. Trying to feed it back out front. Sherman picks it up out near the blue line, drops it for Huang. Pass across to Egan from the right side. Fired one towards the net, deflected just wide. Sherman battling for it now in the corner. Gets some help from Wiedemeyer. Back to Sherman. Up top for Egan. Egan fires one towards the net, deflected by Kelly, right under the stick of the Lions player. Now loose puck out to the side. Huang racing for it, kicked out to the side by the Lions. They're back out to center, working towards the TC zone. Picked up by Chotfix Chase out of the corner. Pushed over to the near side board. Kelly chips it out to center ice. Lions on their regroup, back towards their own blue line. Chipped into the TC zone from the left side. Centering pass. Deflected on the stick. What a save by Samora. Kicks the toe out. Gets just enough of it. Now Mainwaring. Pass across to Chotfix Chase. Back out through center. Pushing into the Lions zone from the left side. Chotfix Chase with possession. So he'll float around back behind the net. Now pass across. Looking for Mainwaring. Just couldn't quite get a handle on that. Rieken will back it up out to center. Reverses it back towards Mainwaring off the mark. On the transition now, Rieken drops it for Visa. Visa now sidestep the Lions pressure. Makes her way into the Lions zone from the slot. Fires one. Glove save made by the Lions goaltender. They'll scoop up the loose puck now. Uncontested, moving out to center. Lions on the move into the TC zone from the left side. Shot fired from the far, stick the side by Samora. In the far side corner, Walsh now. Kicks it to Chotfix Chase. Now over to the far side board for Mainwaring. Mainwaring flubs the pass. Pressured up against the far side board now. Rieken trying to push that up the far side board also. Lions pick it up. Good shot in on Samora, picked up by Visa. Visa now back behind the TC net. Pass some room. Working out to center. Visa now has Chotfix Chase with her. From the near side. Backs it up to Chotfix Chase. Looking for the shooting lane. Couldn't quite find it. Now Brennick will scoop it up in the near side corner. Rieken back to Brennick on the sideboard. Brennick making her way out to the slot. Fires one towards the net. Just off the mark. Scooped up by Masiello. Lila Masiello from the near side board. Looking for the pass to Visa. Chipped over to the far side board. Scooped up by Saint-Chung Pupin. She'll throw it around to the near side for Rieken. Chip back down for Brennick. Connecting with Masiello. Forcing her way towards the net. Couldn't quite get a shot. Masiello still with possession. Visa keeps it alive at the blue line. Chipped over into the near side corner. Brennick picks it up for Team Colorado. Has it tied up in the corner. Saint-Chung Pupin comes in to help. Gets possession of that loose puck. Trying the centering pass for Masiello. Blocked there by the Lions. Brennick now. Up top for Rieken. Fires one. Off the post! Rieken shot. Makes its way through, but rings the iron. Visa has it trapped up over on the far side. Masiello couldn't quite connect with Rieken. They'll back it up back out to center. On the regroup, Lions going for the change, giving TC some room. Lisa goes back towards the far side board, finds Masiello, couldn't quite keep a handle on that. Brennick wrestles it free. Piper Brennick now working back into the Lions zone, has Sang-Chong Pupin looking for the pass, couldn't quite get enough on his row. Sang-Chong Pupin has it. Loose puck, gobbled up by the Lions goaltender and held for the whistle. Sang-Chong had a chance off the feed from Brennick, just couldn't quite get it buried. Faceoff will be to the right of the Lions puck stopper. Kelly, Sherman, and Choi now for Team Colorado with Pugh and Riedlinger on the blue line. Kelly ties it up off the dot, now kicked into the corner. Lions trying to clear that out, held by Pugh. Now the Lions take back possession. They'll push out to center. Sherman trying to break that play up in front of the TC bench. Push back to Riedlinger. Across the Pugh. Long pass looking for Sherman just off the mark. And now Lions pushing back towards the TC zone. Pugh across to Riedlinger. Up to Sherman. Nice little touch pass to Kelly. Has Choi. Choi's battling for it. Tripped over a stick. Lions take back possession. They'll move out to center. Pushing towards the TC zone. Stop short just inside the TC blue line. Riedlinger will take that back behind Samora. Pass deflected over from the far side. Centering for the Lions. Behind the Lions stick. They'll dump it back down deep into the TC zone. Riedlinger for Team Colorado. Looking for Choi just off the mark. TC will go for the change. Lions with some room. Pushing it back towards the TC zone. Pugh stops it short just inside the TC blue line. Now battle for it just outside the TC end. Shot deflected up high and back below the TC goal line. Now Wiedenmeyer for Team Colorado. Out of the corner. Pass looking for Walsh, but bouncing puck banks it on to the stick of Mainwaring. She'll cross the red line, ships it down deep into the Lions zone. Stop short back behind the Lions goaltender. Mainwaring still working it out of the corner now, pinched off on the side board. Lions get that cleared out to center. They'll go for the change, giving TC all kinds of room. Long with it. Finds a pass across to Mainwaring just inside the Lions zone. Now Mainwaring from the side feeds one across to Wiedenmeyer. They're broken up there by the Lions. Wong keeps it alive, feeds it back down to Wiedenmeyer in the corner. And now Mainwaring picks it up. Wiedenmeyer. Short pass to Mainwaring from the side. Mainwaring working it out of the near side corner, back up top for Huang. Down to Mainwaring once more to Wiedenmeyer, back behind the net. Wiedenmeyer now looking for the centering pass, had Walsh out front, just couldn't find the stick. Now shot from afar, save made by the Lions goaltender and deflected into the netting. TC on top by a score of 6-1 here in the third period as we hit the halfway point. With the 5-goal deficit, we are at run time here in game 1 at the Motor City Girls Fest. Masiello with the draw, Chopper's Chase and Sang-Chong Pupin on the wings. TC with possession right off that draw. Chopper's Chase now with it down below the Lions goal line. Pugh jumps down low, keeps the play alive, deep inside the Lions zone. Pugh with it once, I'm sorry, that's Egan, not Pugh, that's Egan. Huang now comes down lower into the defensive zone, trying to keep that alive. Masiello couldn't quite find it. And Egan will have to back up into the TC zone on the regroup. Meredith Egan on the move through center. Back into the Lions zone here on the near side. Throws one towards the net. And I think into the protective netting of the goal, and it stopped in there. Stuck underneath the pipe of the net on that outside. No goal. Just tried to sneak through the netting there at that bottom skirt of the net. Face off in the Lions zone to the right of their puck stopper. Kelly with the draw. Sherman and Sang-Chong Kruppen on the wings. One back to Rieken on the point. Reagan Rieken trying to push that deeper into the Lions zone. Tied up on the sideboard. Lions get it cleared out to center. Sherman picks that up. 14 Colorado. Looking for Kelly on the advance back in the Lions zone. Now Rieken back inside the TC zone. Pass picked off there out at center, working back into the TC zone. Shot deflected wide. Lisa battling for it over in the far side corner. Gets some help from Sang-Chong Kruppen. Short pass up to Lena Kelly. Working through center. Back into the Lions zone. Good stretch there by Sherman to keep that play alive. Rieken backs her up. Back to Sherman. Couldn't quite keep a handle on that one. And now the Lions get cleared back out to center. Sherman trying to wrestle that one free. Visa will pick it up back towards the TC blue line. She'll turn and work back through center. Stop there by the pressure from the Lions. Sang-Chong Kruppen now chips it back out to center ice. Lions will regroup back inside their own blue line. Lions with some speed working into the TC zone here on the near side board. Turns and fires, blocked there by Visa. Emma Visa now creating some room here on the near side. Works her way back into the Lions zone. Looking for the stick of Choi, deflected back towards the left side. Choi now with it back behind the Lions net. Looking for Mainwaring, couldn't quite connect. Now Visa from the sideboard creates some room out of the corner. Working towards the slot, centering pass. Couldn't quite find a TC stick. Now looking for Mainwaring back out of the corner. Picked up by Rieken. Back up top for Visa. Visa working it on the blue line. Works it down to Mainwaring on the sideboard. Back up top for Visa. Visa fires one towards the net. Save made by the Lions goaltender. Choi looking for it back behind the Lions net. Now picked up by Mainwaring. From the high slot, Mainwaring works that back down towards the near side corner. Centering pass. Choi was absolutely dumped out front. And now Mainwaring looking for the stick of Walsh. Pass blocked there by the Lions. And they're working back through center. Back towards the TC zone. Pugh stops it short just inside the TC blue line. Lions forced to regroup back out at center. Pass fed up to the Lions. It'll float down into the TC zone. Riedlinger sends it to Pugh. Pugh now with it has to back it up to Riedlinger. Back here on the near side. Masiello now with it. Coming out of the TC corner. Short pass to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer runs into all kinds of trouble just outside the blue line. Lions push back into the TC zone. Pushed over to the near side board. Riedlinger trying to get that trapped out. Masiello finds it in her skates. Backs it up behind the net for Riedlinger. Masiello dumped on the play over on that far side. Now Wiedemeyer working through traffic, finds a way just inside the Lions zone. They'll kick it back out. And now back into the Lions zone. Pass blocked there from Masiello. Lions send that up the near side board. Pugh grabs it off the boards, finds a shooting lane, fires just wide. Picked up by Brennick. Looking for that center pass, couldn't quite connect. Now the Lions back with possession, working it out to center. They'll chip it down into the TC zone. Riedlinger connects with connects with Brennick over on the far side. Now up to Wiedemeyer. Back into the Lions zone. Wiedemeyer trying to work it to Masiello. Back to Wiedemeyer. Couldn't quite connect. And the Lions get that back out to center. Coming into the TC zone. Too much traffic there. Masiello breaking that one up. That should have been offside there. Play continues. Egan, now 14 Colorado out of the near side corner, feeds it up to Wiedemeyer. Chip past the Lions defenders. Back down into the Lions zone. And Brennick forcing her way down into the corner. Good work by Piper Brennick on that forecheck. Sherman couldn't quite hold the line, has to back it up out to center. Back for Egan. Up to Chaffetz Chase, deflected into the Lions zone. Traffic's Chase trying to wrestle the puck free. Gets some help from Kelly. Stops short over on the far side board. Kelly digging for it with 2 Lions players. Now Huang keeps it alive inside the Lions zone. They'll break that up and get it cleared out to the center. Shotfish Chase now from the left side with some speed into the Lions zone. Couldn't quite get past that last Lions defender. Picks up her own loose puck though. Back to Huang, back to Shotfish Chase. Set towards the net. Sherman's there. Looking for that loose puck. Couldn't quite find it. Just 12 seconds remaining here in the game. Battle for it here in the near side corner. Kelly digging away for it. Lions have sent that back around to the far side. Egan meets it over there on the side board. And that'll do it. Team Colorado victorious in the game 1 of the Motor Cities Girls Fest. 6-1 victory over the LA Lions. As we continue the winning ways here in Detroit. Join us for the next one. TC will be back in action 2:35 Eastern Time, 12:35 Mountain Time, as we take on Detroit Honey Baked in Game 2 at the Motor City Girls Fest. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Good job, Kev. Good job, Mike.
Oh, all good. That was a quick one too with the runtime.